Hey everyone, welcome back to Living in Charlotte, NC, the channel where we give you the inside scoop on all things about the Charlotte market, Charlotte in general. So whether you're considering a move here or just curious, you're absolutely at the right place. Now, if you're like most people that are thinking about a relocation, you've got probably a long list of must-haves. Things like great schools, affordability, lifestyle perks, greenery. You can see we got a whole bunch of that stuff. Well, in today's video, what we're going to do is talk to you a little bit about why 2025 is shaping up to be just a fantastic year to consider moving to the Charlotte area. Stick around because this is not just another checklist of things that people need to do for relocations. This is the inside scoop from someone who's lived here over 20 years, raised a family here, and yes, I still do get out and run on the trails periodically and then enjoy some of the nightlife in Charlotte. I'm Dave Da Silva, longtime Charlotte realtor, veteran, and owner of Longtime Realty brokered by Keller Williams Realty here in Ballantyne area of South Charlotte. If you're new to this channel, please go ahead and hit the like button, make some comments down below, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit the bell, and you'll be the first to know when we put out new videos all about the general Charlotte region. We help folks just like you wanting to know what's going on in the Charlotte market. So whether you're thinking of moving here in 10 days, 10 weeks, or 10 months, we are the people to help you find out where to move, what you need to do to prep for it, and just in general, things going on around the Charlotte area. So let's go ahead and dive in. So what makes Charlotte the place to move in 2025? Well, it's because everybody else is starting to figure out what all of us have known that live here in Charlotte for a long time. This place checks a lot of, and sometimes most of, all of the boxes. Affordable living, and of course that's all relative. Great weather, an expanding job market, endless things to do here, and a lifestyle that balances big city energy with small town comfort. So let's jump in there and break it down for you. All right, first, let's talk about quality of life. Charlotte's outdoor scene is just a hidden gem. Whether you're like a casual weekend walker, like some of these people, or an ultra distance runner like I try to be, the extensive greenway and trail system here is one of the most underrated assets of the city. Now, I just want to show you this because we're in a business park right now. Lots of business going on, but there's always an effort to make it green and beautiful, which it is in a lot of places around Charlotte. And then when you're done at work, you can go ahead and hit the paved trails, winding through shady woods, past creeks and open parks, and still be within minutes of uptown Charlotte. You can stick to a greenway trail from the North Carolina, South Carolina border, past uptown, all the way to Northeast Charlotte up near PNC Pavilion, more than 50 kilometers of trail one direction. And if you're more into the adrenaline type stuff, well, you've got Lake Wylie and Lake Norman. Lake Norman to the north of Charlotte, Lake Wylie to the southwest, where you can do speed boating, casual boating, kayaking. You get those big old pontoon boats out there. You can even rent boats from different places along the shoreline. Again, get your adrenaline going on the water. And that's a great way to spend some of these sunny days. And in Charlotte, we do get a lot of sun. All right, so for athletes and sports fans, you're in heaven here in the Charlotte market. Between the Carolina Panthers, Charlotte FC, that's right, I got you soccer fans, football if you're from Europe, the Charlotte Hornets NBA basketball team, NASCAR Hall of Fame, the Charlotte Knights baseball team, minor league baseball team, uptown, there is no off season. If you are into youth sports, especially young kids sports, Charlotte has just probably a dozen or maybe dozens of fields like this. This is a turf field, Davy Park in South Charlotte. They're all over the marketplace here. They host soccer games every weekend. You're going to see this place really busy with soccer at all levels of U-Little up to U20s. And then of course we've got a couple pro teams here in Charlotte as well. You play lacrosse out here, you've got turf fields and you've got grass fields, all sorts of sports in Charlotte. There's never a place you don't go, a park you don't go where you're seeing kids out running around. A lot of it organized, some of it unorganized. And if one of your favorite sports is watching people while you're sipping a craft beer, well, Charlotte's brewery scene has exploded. It's been probably 15, 20 years. They're popping up all over the place, but we've got some really well-established ones in neighborhoods like South End, Noda, and Plaza Midwood. They offer some of the best tap rooms in the Southeast. And just as an FYI, a couple of my favorite are Middle James Brewery. They've got one over in Pineville and then one down south in Waxhaw. There's the OMB, Old Mecklenburg Brewery. They just opened up a new place down in the Ballantine Bowl. That is a huge two-story place. I've been there a couple times already. Great outdoor seating, especially on a day unlike today, because today's kind of a little bit drippy, rainy, but it's usually sunny here. And then you've got probably some of my favorite places are wherever my kids want to go around here. They know how to pick out the breweries. So if you got some questions for them, for the younger scene, put them in the comments. And Charlotte isn't just about sports and sunshine, although that's a great combo to have. There is a large cultural scene here. I shouldn't say large, maybe a thriving cultural scene here in Charlotte. And part of that cultural scene are things like the Blooming Hall Performing Arts Center downtown Charlotte. They host Broadway shows, symphonies, comedy tours, and community theater. There's tons of festivals year round, like the, I never say this right. I know how to spell it, YIASOU, Yasu Greek Festival up towards town. There's the Taste of Charlotte, and then there's holiday events at the Whitewater Center and all the little towns around Charlotte. You know, Pineville, Mint Hill, Matthews, Waxhaw, Davidson, Huntersville, all over the place have their own little festivals. I say little, some of them are quite large. Their own festivals throughout the year celebrating certain events and activities. Veterans Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. And probably my favorite festival is the Festival in the Park, which is up at Freedom Park. It's holding their 61st annual festival this year. Sorry for squinty eye. It's raining, but it's kind of bright in my eyes. And that Festival in the Park starts, I believe September 19th. And for you music lovers in the group, there's PNC Music Pavilion, Northeast Charlotte. There's the Fillmore, and then Neighborhood Theater. They host major artists throughout the year, everyone from country legends to indie rock bands. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Bank of America Stadium. We've got some great concerts there, a lot of charity concerts there for the folks over in the Asheville area that got hit by the floods. So, you know, God bless those guys as well. But again, just a lot of music around the Charlotte area. Symphony Park is a small outdoor venue, and the AMP, that's short for amphitheater, at the Bowl and Ballantine are two places that they really fill up all summer long. So 2025 is already booking up with events around the Charlotte area, which means there's always something to do. You can go from cheering on a soccer game uptown, a professional match in the afternoon, to catching maybe a jazz performance while sipping wine or a beer at a rooftop bar somewhere in the Charlotte City area. Now, quick pause here. If you like this video, or if you don't like it, put in the comments what you do like. But if you do like it, please go ahead and press that like button. You know, look at some comments down, or put some comments down below. Please subscribe to the channel. That's going to help us get this information out to more people. And then, like I said, ring that bell and you'll be the first to know when we do put out new videos. Okay, Charlotte continues to be one of the fastest growing metro areas in the country, and for good reason. Charlotte is a major banking hub, homes to Bank of America's headquarters, strong presence from Wells Fargo. I think we've got their East Coast headquarters here, Truist. Fifth Third's got pretty good presence here, and of course Ally Financial, which is one of the key sponsors to the Charlotte FC Football Club. I won't turn my signal on here because it'll click too much and drive us crazy. But we're not just about banks here in Charlotte as well. We've got healthcare, we've got tech, we've got logistics, energy, aviation. Industries are booming all over the place here. And speaking of aviation, let's talk about Charlotte Douglas International Airport, just on the west side, kind of the northwest side of Charlotte in general. It's one of the busiest airports, not only in the country, but in the United States, which means non-stop flights to just about anywhere you want to go for work or a quick weekend trip. Another nice thing about Charlotte Douglas International Airport, it's about 15 minutes from uptown Charlotte. So try getting that in Atlanta or New York City. A couple other nice things about being located here in Charlotte. We're just a few hours from the mountains and just maybe 3.5 hours from the beach, depending on where you want to go on the Atlantic coast. And that makes weekend getaways just very easy to do. Airbnb, got a friend who's got a house at the beach, go ahead and ask them for it. Gotta be bold, gotta ask for it. But lots of places to go, whether you're looking at skiing, mountain climbing, hiking, camping. Like I said, the beach, plenty of rivers around here as well. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is Charlotte affordable? Is Charlotte still affordable? It is, relatively speaking, compared to most metro or large metro areas. While prices have gone up, there are still a ton of options here to give you space, amenities, and location for less than what you pay in parts of California or the Northeast or even parts of Florida. The average price, and average is a tough one to talk about, but the average price in Charlotte right now in this market, and excludes the trash cans, it's trash day in this neighborhood. The average price is just under 500,000. I think it's about 487. But then if you go and use median numbers, what's right in the middle, it's about 390, 387 as of the month of March. I believe that's pretty accurate. So again, first-time home buyers, you can find some things around the Charlotte market. If you're looking to upsize or downsize, plenty of homes available. You just got to be looking for them at the right time, use the right agent to help you find those, and then act quickly. I did a video on this sort of thing recently. We'll try to stick it up here in the top corner on homes and how to go about buying them in Charlotte. Some of the things you need to look out for, some top tips. But again, it's a great market. The inventory has gone up, although sales did go down last month for the first time in a while. Sales numbers, not pricing. Again, still relatively affordable compared to some of those markets. Now, condos in uptown or urban areas, neighborhoods like Ballantyne, Fort Mill, Huntersville, Matthews, there's something for every budget because you can find a lot of multifamily homes, condos, and townhomes, that sort of thing. All right, so we just left the neighborhood. This one's got trash day today too. We just left the neighborhood on the north side of Route 51, which is a east-west route around the perimeter of the south side of Charlotte, and that was Ray Woods. And those prices in Ray Woods, those brick homes, are somewhere between probably 800,000 and 900,000, and I think one just sold for 1.6 million. That's a new record in the neighborhood. But now we've crossed the street over to Touchstone, the Touchstone neighborhood. Homes are a little bit smaller, not as much brick, and they are very nice homes over here. And we've got a number of great friends that live over here, and they love the neighborhood. So if you're interested in looking at, finding, talking about some of these homes, go ahead and get with me, reach out to me. You know, if you're thinking about making a move, don't worry about it. We can help you navigate that. You know, I've been helping folks find their ideal home here in the Charlotte market for over 23 years, or just about 23 years, in many of the neighborhoods in the Charlotte area. So go ahead and touch base with us. We've got a Zoom link in the description. And don't take this closing type conversation as thinking we're done with the video. We got a few more minutes to go to talk about a few more things that are reasons why people are looking at moving to a thriving market like Charlotte. And Charlotte isn't just a place to live. Charlotte is a place to thrive. And 2025 is going to be another banner year for the city of Charlotte. We've got job growth. We've got expansion in building. We've got business growth. I guess that's job growth. We've got new communities popping up all over. We've got events just going on all throughout the city all the time. If you like fresh new restaurants, new breweries, just that peppy lifestyle, again, Charlotte's got that going on this year and in 2025 and 2026 and all the time, like I said. Now, if you are thinking about moving to Charlotte, now's the time to start planning. So if you're thinking of running on the greenways, right here, right where I am in South Charlotte, or hopping on a flight to make a short visit out of Charlotte somewhere, to hitting a Charlotte FC soccer match, or watching your kids grow up in one of the best school systems around, ask me about that. I can help direct you towards those school systems and some of the nicer neighborhoods that fit your lifestyle. And it'll just show you that Charlotte does have something for everyone. Again, that's why we're here, is to help you find the neighborhood that is going to fit your lifestyle and fit your kids' lifestyle. If you have kids, that's what we're here for. So make sure you get in touch with us. This is Dave DeSilva with Long Tab Realty, brought to you by, or brokered by, Keller Williams Ballantyne in South Charlotte. We would love to be your guides when you decide to make that move here to Charlotte. Thanks for watching.